Okay, well, I think I'm live. Hello, friend. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. My plan for today is just to hang out. And this is the first episode of a little series I'm calling Hobby Hedge, where I go live and just hang out. And my plan today is to build. Well, I'll show some stuff that I got for Christmas, including a Lego set, as you probably got by the title. And then I'll build some Legos and talk about 2024 and see what that has to hold. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'll start with the RPG stuff first because that's what I think a lot of people on the channel like. And it's something that I like too. So as far as RPG relevant stuff that I got for Christmas, the main one is this book, Pirate Borg. It might be backwards to you, but Pirate Borg is based off of a game called New York Borg, and it is all about, it's like a rules light pirate game, believe it or not. And it's all about, like there's all these different types of pirates you can be, and it's like dark fantasy, but it's got kind of like a whimsy to it too, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, where there's like fun bits and like dark magic kind of bits too. Like I want to read, one of the things you can be is you can be a sentient animal in this game. And first off, let me show off the artwork. Very, very cool. I'm going to show you my favorite page of artwork because it's really, really well done. This one right here. So good. So, yeah. So let me read the list. Of 100 chickens swarm your assailant, ripping their spiritual soul from their flesh. So just like really, like kind of funny, but you can also be like a zombie or a vampire or just like a normal human being. Most of the classes are just normal human beings, but if you want to add more fantasy to it, you can be like a mermaid or whatever. So really cool. My wife got this for me for Christmas, so very, very cool. It also came with a map of the dark Caribbean where this all takes place. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I also got, so I got a 1-inch hole punch and epoxy stickers, 1-inch epoxy stickers, and 1-inch magnets. So what I'm gonna do with these is make little miniatures out of them. I learned this from JP Covert, and the idea is that you have a little 1-inch drawing of the miniature, and then you stick it. These magnets have stickers on them, so the magnet just adds a little bit of weight, and then you stick it on this side, and then you add the epoxy sticker on top of that, so it makes like a little miniature that's 1-inch, and so you can use it on a 1-inch grid. So that's really cool. I've never played with maps and minis before, but I'd like to try it out this year, so I think that is going to be a great tool for it. I also, my brother got me this shirt, or this jacket for my birthday. So you got Dungeons and Dragons on the front, and then this really cool artwork on the back. Pretty cool. If you're watching this, Saya, thank you, my guy. Speaking of things that he got me, he also got me this huge honkin' Lego set. So cool. Very nice. See, this is an expensive Lego set, so very, very cool. Very, very cool. And then I also got this tereré cup. Tereré is a Brazilian drink that you, it uses mate, if you're familiar with that herb, and you put like cold, like cold water or like lemonade or whatever through in the cup on top of it, and then it gives the drink like that kind of a herby flavor. I really like it. So that's cool. Here's the tereré stuff that you put inside of it. The plant's called erva mate, or yerba mate if you speak Spanish. And then I also got this Lego set. And this is the one I'm going to be building today. I figure it'd be pretty quick, pretty chill. And so I'm just going to open this and then start building it and talking about my plans for 2024. So here we go. Basically, I posted a video earlier today about like kind of broad changes to the channel, like live streaming. The reason why I decided to start live streaming is because I don't have enough storage on my computer and my phone to keep making videos, like normal videos anymore, and so I just need a live stream so that way it doesn't eat up storage. That's the short of it, basically. So let's see, that's bag one. Got some stickers. So this is this is Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound. I haven't watched the Ninjago TV show in years, so I have no idea who this guy is or what's going on, but it's a cool looking Lego set. Okay, so looks like this fur part is going to be building. Okay. So, one of my New Year's resolutions that is relevant to the channel is I want to be running more D&D games. I think my hobby up until now has been, like, I've always really enjoyed D&D games, you know? I've always had it be some part of my life in some form or another. But I think these last couple years, my hobby has been, like, buying D&D books and watching D&D videos. And I want my hobby to be running D&D games. And so this year, I want to run a lot more games. And so, I can give me swords too, heck yeah. So, I wonder if I can, let's see, that might put me out of frame, but you can at least kind of see what I'm working on. So I want to run more games, and in 2023 I ran like maybe 10 games. Most of them were one-shots, and I want this year to run a lot more. I want to run some campaigns this year. And so I made a whole list. I went through all these games I have because I own a whole bunch of them, and I made a list of the ones I want to run the most. And then I like planned a little campaign thing around them, a little like campaign pitch, basically, just to sell some players on it. I don't know who my players are yet, but I've got some people in mind that I'm going to ask. I've got neighbors that I'm going to ask, and I've got buddies in my writing group who I could ask. I've got lots of people that I could potentially play some games with, but basically I'm going to see who's willing to play with me, and then whatever they want to play is what we'll play. But I do have... So the first one is the Darkness Below campaign from JP Covert. He's a really, really amazing YouTuber that makes D&D stuff. He makes monthly adventure zines, and I'm a Patreon, and so I get those. A patron of his on Patreon, so I get those, and they're really good. And he's got a whole campaign in there it's like a series of one-shots that string together. So I really love his channel. My wife really loves his channel too. I got her some of his books for Christmas. He just makes really good stuff. He's like really positive and really just like makes the hobby so approachable, and I really appreciate that. So JP Kubert's a cool guy. Definitely check out his channel. And let's see. Yeah, so since I own all of the stuff that he's made, I want to be able to play it. So I think that'd be fun, running his whole Darkness Below campaign. That's got 2 of them on it. Yeah, so, man, okay, I'll pry that apart later. So, yeah, so I would be using 5 torches deep to play that game. And so that's a rule set. I've never played with it before, but the idea is it's like a middle ground between Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and like the OSR style games. So like your characters have fewer hit points and it's more deadly, and you like track your inventory and that kind of thing. But it's not as deadly, and it has a lot of D&D 5e mechanics in it. And so, let's see, like this. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, so it's got lots of D&D mechanics. So it's like a good bridge between 5th edition and the OSR scene. And that's what he used to play test it. So that's what I'll use to run it if I run that game. Another one is then that I want to run is Lost Mines of Phandelver. I've ran it once, like the first half of it I've ran before. Way a long time ago. And I'd like to finish it. I feel like it's kind of like a rite of passage to play in and run Lost Mines of Hedge all the way through. You know, it's like the first adventure for D&D 5e, and even though I like don't love what Hasbro has done this last year, and overall 5e as like a system is, I like it and I have lots of books for it, but I don't like it. I don't think it'll be my favorite going forward. Even with all that said, I still like I like 5e. I think it's a good system overall, and I want to run them Lost Mines of Phandelver. I had a lot of fun when I ran it the first half the first time, like years ago, and so I'd like to finish it, have that under my belt. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, that's another campaign that I'd like to run. Another one is running Pirate Borg. There's like a campaign setting adventure location, sort of like a sandbox kind of thing in the back of this book called Curse of Skeleton Point, and that's really cool. So I'd love to run that. Pirate Borg just seems like a really fun system, and so I figured it's got a campaign setting in there already. Might as well try it out. So I think that'd be lots of fun. And let's see. Yeah, so Pirate Borg would be really cool. I'd also like to run ICRPG. I'm going to be doing a test drive of this system later this week. It's a system that I've had for a long time, and I've always been interested in it. I think Runehammer makes really good stuff, and it's dead easy. Like, it's so simple to play this game. So I'll be doing a test drive. I've only played it a little bit, so I'll be doing a test drive later this week with ICRPG, and the campaign that I'd have for that would be that these prisoners, like super fantasy supervillains, basically escaped this prison, and they so the adventurers have to go and get all the villain fantasy supervillains basically and go put them back. So I think that would be lots of fun, and I think that ICRPG would be a great system for that. And I'd also like to run an OSR style game. 5 Torches Deep with Darkness Below would kind of be OSR, but not a ton. I want to run like the classic, like you have a town, you have a dungeon, your players go to the dungeon all the time, and they come back to the town and they spend their gold, and it's like really deadly, and it's based around one location, that kind of thing. I'd like to run that style of game because OSR seems pretty interesting. I've never played it in an OSR game before, but it seems like it'd be really cool. Okay, this is when I need to figure out. Did it come with one of those? Oh, I didn't come with one of those things that you can pry stuff apart with. So I'm going to put it on here. See if I can make my own. In case you can't tell what I'm talking about, I've got two pieces that are stuck together. So I'm trying to get those apart. Anyways, yeah, so I'd like to run an OSR style game because it seems like just like a very different style of game than I've ever played before. But it seems like it's fun, much more like chill on the DMs, and I think you don't have to come up with these like grand stories. Anyways, then there's like a couple mini campaigns that I'd like to run, like a zombie style mini campaign with, and with the OSR game, I'd probably use Shadow Dark to run it. Just as a side note. Man, this is really stuck on there. Holy cow. Oh man, I'm having such a hard time with this. Boom, got it. Ka-chow. Okay, so yeah, so I'd like to run a couple like shorter, like mini campaigns, like 3-session kind of thing. And I've always wanted to run like a zombie game. I've done it a couple times with a rule set that I made myself, and it was fine. We had fun. It was with my buddies back in high school, and we had a lot of fun, but I don't think it was a very good system. And so I'd probably use the Cypher system for that. I've always wanted to try it, and it's like a generic rule set, so I think that it could work really well. So I'd probably use the Cypher system for that one. And then, of course, I want to run a Mecha Hack mini campaign in the mission manual, which I'll probably do a test drive of at some point. In the mission manual, it has a bunch of, like, it's full of adventures. That's why it's called the mission manual. It's got, like, one-shots, and it has guidelines for how to string some of them into campaigns. And so I think that one, we're on the bag too. Here, let me, pretty cool stuff so far. Yeah, so I love Mecha Hack, and I'd love to run a campaign on it, even just a little mini campaign. So I think that'd be lots of fun. And the mission manual has pre-made campaigns. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit so I'm not I'm not always going out of the frame. Okay. So he's got like energized, like part of his face is like the normal face, and then part of it's energized. So I don't know. Seems kind of cool. So I'll do that one. I think the Lloyd is that way too. Wow. So yeah, Mecha Hack, play Mecha Hack, yes. And then there's a couple systems I think would be really good for one-shots that, like if I'm playing a million campaigns, I'll probably want like breaks in between them. And so I'll probably run some one-shots in between these big campaigns if I get the chance to run them. And for one-shots, I was thinking there's J.P. Covert made a game called Teenage Mutant Tunnel Goons, which is inspired by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can be like a teenage mutant animal who fights crime, and I think it would be really fun for a one-shot. He's got a one-shot about like cyborg zoo animals that I think would be really fun to try out. And yeah, so I think that would be a good one. On Kickstarter, I backed this game like forever ago called Meet in a Tavern, Die in a Dungeon, which is designed for one-shots, and you like design your characters together in the tavern, and then once everyone has their characters designed and stuff, then you go in the dungeon and you just explore the dungeon. You randomly generate it until everyone has died a gruesome and glorious death. So pretty hardcore, but I think it'd be fun for a one-shot. Yeah, so what the heck? I saw this piece. Oh, there it is. That's where we're at so far. Oh, one of the stickers. Oh man, I suck at stickers. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I think it's obviously it's designed for one shots, and so I think that'd be a good one shot to run. And not too bad. Not too bad. I also, Absolute Tabletop, the creators of Mecha Hack, have a bunch of one-page RPGs that I bought from their store. They might be free now, actually, but I paid for them. And they're like, it's just really simple. Like, obviously the whole game fits on one page, and they've got one where you're like woodland creatures. They've got one where you're scavenging like derelict spaceships, and they've got one where you are a gargoyle that fights crime during the nighttime. I think it's probably inspired by that Gargoyles Disney show from the 90s. But seems cool. They've got Hoverpunks is one, like a cyberpunk biker gang kind of thing, which is fun. That's a fun idea. And they've got Sleuths and Sorcery, which you actually use a deck of cards for, and you're like a 1920s detective, but you're investigating like the supernatural. So really cool. Oh yeah, and then there's also, I forgot about this game, but I got it. I backed it on Kickstarter a long time ago, called Dice Free Dungeon. And it's like dead simple, and rather than using dice, you use action points and abilities and like role playing to figure things out. So I think this would be a good one-shot game as well. Oh yeah, and here's the Lost Mines of Fandover. You can see all my notes, all the little things I marked from when I ran it the first time, or the first half are still in there. So yeah, that's kind of that's my big ambitious RPG plans for this upcoming year. Interesting. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, the main thing is like, if I would be surprised if I got to all those campaigns, because I would have to be running a game like every single week in order to get through all of those games, and that is pretty ambitious. It could easily take me a couple years to do all these, but I would like to, because it like this. Yeah, just because I really want to be running the game more often than I am. So yeah, that's kind of what my my 2024 is looking like as far as running games goes. So that's cool. That's exciting. I really hope that I'm able to at least run a couple of these campaigns, because there's only been like a handful of campaigns that I've made it all the way to the end, and you know how it is, they always drop off at the end, and so I'd like to be able to finish a couple this year at the very least, and if I got through all of them, that would be wonderful, and I'd definitely be a better DM by the end, because that's a ton of running games. But you know, I am a college student, and I have applied to master's degree programs, so I might be a grad student at the end of the year. That's crazy. If I'm lucky, then that's what is going to go on. So maybe I won't have time for any of that, but I'd like to at least accomplish one, and it doesn't hurt to be ambitious and to aim high. You know, the very worst thing that happens is I don't do all of these, but I at the very least like to do some of them. So, yeah, that's kind of what my year is looking like for gaming. As far as the channel goes, I talked about this in the update video that I made, but basically most of my videos going forward are going to be live streams because my phone doesn't have storage and my computer doesn't have any storage, and so I just have to live stream. But I was like, before I did this, I was reading them something, and so it said that like if I have under 1,000 subscribers, there's some like weird cap or something like that. It might cut off at any point. I don't know. But oh, there's the wolf's head. At least the start of his head. So yeah, I don't know how that'll go, because it will be a long time before this channel hits 1,000 subscribers. A very, very long time, because I mean, you can tell. I think you can guess why. But, you know, I don't have the greatest camera quality or anything like that, so it'll be a long time if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers. But that's okay. I don't do it for the subscribers. I do it because it's fun. So, oh, okay, there's his head. And now I put that right to there. Very cool. So here's the wolf so far. He's kind of got a funny body shape. And we're on to the last bag, and we've already got some spare pieces. So, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so who knows what this channel will look like. Who knows if I'll be able to do the things that I want to, but I'm going to try at the very least to keep posting videos, even though I don't have the storage for it right now. Because I really love this channel. I really love being able to post videos and interact with you guys and just share the things that I like with you all. So that's kind of a cool sword. I've never seen a Lego sword like that before, but kind of cool. This is General Claw. It says it somewhere. Oh yeah, on the front. Imperium Claw General. Don't know what that means, but pretty cool. I would not want to get stuck with that guy. Yeah, so we'll see. Yep, channel is up in the air, but it's kind of always been up in the air. I've always kind of run this channel by the seat of my pants, so that I don't think it'll change too much. It'll just be more difficulties that I have to figure out, and that's okay, because to me it's worth it. It is worth it to overcome difficulties to run this channel, because I really enjoy it. It's something that I really, really enjoy. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this with me. And wow, I've never seen a piece like that before. It's like one. That's crazy. Okay. This is probably one of the legs, huh? I bet it's one of the legs. Okay. Yeah, definitely one of the legs. That's a joint piece right there. Besides that, yeah, I'm planning on telling more Crush Chronicles. It'll be interesting to tell a Crush Chronicles story through a live stream. I don't know how well that would go over, but I'm willing to try it. And still working on Raised. I'm definitely more kind of like motivated for RPG stuff right now, but like I said in the video, I never give up on Raised. That'll always be something I'm working on, or at the very least until I feel like it's finished. But it's definitely not finished yet. I've got so much more, so much in store for that world. So if you really like the Raised videos, there's definitely gonna be more coming there, and I'll be creating stuff for that. So still working on that, still telling stories. What the heck? Wait, did I skip some steps? Yeah, I totally did. Okay. Whoops. Got that there. Okay. Put that guy right there. So this is like his back leg. Yeah, so just keep on keeping on, or whatever this saying is, because that's how it is. I'm done with that. That goes in the joint. This, now it's starting to look like a wolf. See that? It's halfway done. Yeah, I guess I don't know how much you guys know about my life, for those of you who don't actually know me in person, but I did mention that I'm applying to a master's degree program. I am currently studying psychology, and I'll graduate with my undergrad in April. And I've applied to I've applied to 2 marriage and family therapy programs and 1 clinical mental health counseling, because I'd like to do therapy with my life. Just do that times 2. Okay. Well, luckily it's pretty easy to do. Making the claws for the wolf. Pretty cool. And so, other way. Yeah, so I really love studying psychology. Sometimes I get into a Debbie Downer because it doesn't make very much money, and I'm doing all this work, and I have to go to grad school to not make very much money, but I don't do it for the money. Just like this channel, I do it because I really love it, and I think it makes people's lives better. And that's really what I hope to do, is make people's lives better. Pretty cool. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna do the other leg. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. Which is good, because I've been going for like half an hour. So, yeah, I study psychology. I'm a student at BYU, Brigham Young University in Provo. So that's neat and cool. I don't love living in Provo. The traffic here is pretty crazy, but being at BYU is pretty good. I've worked with really, really good professors. I work as a teaching assistant, and I work with really, really good professors. So that's made me really appreciate it, being here a lot more, because seeing just like everything that the professors do to try and help out the students here is something I really admire about being at BYU. So that's cool. Yeah, so over Christmas, I guess I could talk about my Christmas. So we went to Boise to visit my wife's grandma, and her parents flew out to meet us there. So that was cool. So we spent Christmas with her family, and then her parents flew out the 27th, and so we left the 27th as well, and spent the rest of the holiday up until New Year's, which was yesterday, the January 1st, with my family. So that was cool. They're living in Wyoming. So we got to spend it, and there was like no snow at all. Like usually winter is frigid there, but it wasn't like there wasn't any snow the whole time I was there, I don't think. So that was fun. It's always good. I really love being able to spend time with family, and I get along well with my wife's family, so it's been good. I live a good life. So that's what I did for Christmas. Yeah. So that's how things have been going for me lately. And right now I'm just working on this Lego set. And I'm glad that you're here with me. And just build these Legos. You can enjoy the nice Lego sounds for a little bit. Hopefully you can hear these, because I just feel like building Legos is really relaxing. It's something I've always loved since I was a kid. So, oh, dang it, I'm doing it backwards. Whoops. Yeah, so I know lots of people are. It feels like Lego is more popular than ever, which is crazy. But yeah, as a kid, I would like get the Lego magazines, and I would always ask for Legos for Christmas and stuff like that. So I figure it's just a chill, cool thing to do for a live stream. It's just build some Legos. Okay, I think that's the finished product right there. Got the, what was it again? The Dragon Hunter Hound? Yeah, the Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound. So, pretty cool. Now it looks like I'm gonna build a saddle for it or something. So, oh man, another sticker. Here we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, it's like a banner. You put it like this. It's got the banner. Cool. Very, very cool. And that's it. That's the whole thing. So we got Lloyd and Jay and the Imperium Claw General with the really cool sword staff thingy, and then this big old dog that hunts dragons apparently. So that's neat. Very cool and neat. So that's everything that I got. I talked about my channel, gave a little channel update, built a Lego set, talked about stuff about my life that you probably don't care about. It was a good time. Here, I'm gonna add on these extra pieces. So thanks for sticking around with me. I hope to make this style of video, the Hobby Hedge, pretty often. You know, maybe once a month or a couple times a month or something like that, because it's just nice to chill and do something chill and share it with you while you're here. So yeah, and I've got this guy. I'll give him a mini Darksaber. Boom. Cool. Well, thanks so much for watching. I've hit 40 minutes, and I think that's plenty of time. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you're excited to hear the things I'm working on. I know I was definitely excited. I am definitely excited for the things coming up this year. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, ciao.